What up, YouTube world? Welcome back to Fostering Feds and Fighting with your boy Too Much Hugo. And I just want to say this that never get comfortable being comfortable because at any given moment life can change. That's good and bad. So with that being said, just stay humble and never get comfortable. Anyways, so today I want to talk about the time that when the last part of the story is when I had walked into that academy, right? But real quick before that, I want to say something. See, anytime you're trying to change, anytime you're trying to change on anything, you're gonna have them people that don't really think that you're trying to change. You're gonna have those people that don't even believe that what the change that's happening that it's real. They just don't believe it. They don't want to believe it. They want you to be the same person. They want you to be the same person that they knew, because that's how they knew. Well, I'm just gonna say, like, I had these two people I had to cut off, right? Two buddies and shit, right? I done grown up with them. Matter of fact, it was a guy and a girl. This guy, he was like, I did some crimes with him. He got caught and he never told on me, and I was pretty solid as this guy. You know, he wrote out the time and did what it is. But when I got caught with this last case, I tried to explain to him, like, hey man, I don't do nothing. I haven't seen this guy, let's say, in about, because he ended up moving away and doing whatever he does, and then I ain't seen him for, like, let's say over like maybe like 8 years. But so he remembered Hugo 8 years ago. Well, anyways, I met up with him when I had ended up getting this case, right? The Fed case where I was on ankle. I mean, when I was fighting my case, doing good. And he just couldn't believe it. He was like, "Oh, the old Hugo's this," and I was like, "Bro, I'm not the old Hugo. You know, you can't expect that from me. I'm really changed and shit. I don't be doing that shit stuff. I don't be doing trying to come up and none of that." And he's like, "Nah, man, old Hugo, this though, man. Are you serious?" And I'll try to tell him, "Yeah, man. Well, this is how goofy this cat is. Like, I tell him, like, hey, don't be talking stuff on my phone. Don't talk about drugs. Don't talk about nothing on my phone. I don't deal with that. I'm over here fighting a case. I'm on probation right now for the feds and shit." First thing this dude does, he texts me, right? Listen to this. With pictures of guns. Oh my god, that got me so heated and so irritated inside. And I'm thinking, like, oh my god, dude. First thing I told this cat is, don't send me stupid shit or talk about stupid shit on my phone. I don't do none of that, right? First thing this fool does. First thing, and that shit tripped me out. And I was thinking, like, damn, this guy's retarded, right? So I continued to have a relationship with them, though. Because I kept thinking about that. See, maybe it was my fault as well. Because I kept thinking about, like, man, he was solid. He kept his mouth shut for these crimes he got caught with. And he could have just easily gave me up. But instead, he just wrote it out, right? But I guess that's what I was giving him chances for that reason alone. But I should have cut him. I should have just cut him. I should have just cut him off and just been like a high and by type of when I re met up with him again years later down in life. But like throughout the whole time I was talking to this cat for like almost a year, he'd be like, "Hey, I got some bud," and I was like, "Bro, I don't even smoke." This time I wasn't smoking, right? And I was like, "I don't even smoke." He's like, "Man, just take a hit." And I was like, "Dude, I don't even smoke. I can't, bro." And then he's like, "Yeah, you can. The faith ain't tripping." I'm thinking in my mind, damn, dude, like you're a little retarded in your head. Cause if I tell you something, you think I just don't want to do what I want to do. I go, but he kept like really believing in his heart that I wasn't about this change, right? That, oh, the old Hugo this, the old Hugo that. And I had to explain to him several times, like, hey man, I'm not that dude no more. You know, he kept, yeah, you are, or whatever, right? So then one day, I think we got in a little argument because I tried to tell him, hey man, I had to call him one day and tell him, hey, don't be sending shit to my phone anymore, bro. But I had to like flex on him, so I think he got his little tooties hurt, his little feelings got, in a bundle. And I think like he got a little, oh, he even called back and apologized. Oh man, I don't even like that, bro. And I had told him, nah, dude, I done told you several times, don't talk about that shit on my phone, bro. I don't be doing that. I don't do no crimes. I don't do nothing. And then he's like, well, I'm just saying, bro, you miss it though, huh? And I was like, no, I don't miss it. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have some people that don't believe it, that change. They're gonna believe the change, but that's when you gotta maintain that, because that's them trying to bring you back into the world, that into that evil world, right? They want you to be, like I said, I was doing my thing, so he know me. He was doing his thing, making money moves, right? So like big moves in the sense of taking over places and shit, right? Like I had a lot of respect where I was at because I was doing what I was doing. But that's what I'm saying. This guy just couldn't believe that I wasn't doing that no more. So to him, me being gone for as long as I ain't talked to him, like let's say 8 years, that was his last remembrance of Hugo. Like, man, that dude is the man with the woo, right? But I'm thinking like, bro, I'm not that dude no more, and it was hard for him to comprehend that. So then one day, I remember he sent me a picture one last time, and this is months on later on after us talking again, right? I used to go over there, whatever, right? But I thought one day I was like, bro, this is the kind of shit me putting myself in the circle of where people don't think I changed this was gonna make me go back to doing stupid shit or being around stupid shit where something might happen, like he might get raided and then I might get in trouble for being around a person like that, which I don't need to be and I know better. So I just cut him off for that reason alone. To this day, he don't even know why. But in my mind, I was like, this guy will never get it through his head thinking that I'm the same old Hugo doing the same old things. That was one of the homies, right? Well, I had another homegirl, right? This girl knew me from back in the days, and I tried to put her on just to you know what I'm saying, to pushing what I was pushing. And this girl keep talking about that. It's been over, like I said, it's been over 20 years. She'll still talk about that. She'll talk about that incident. Like I'm thinking, like damn, some people just that or the drugs got people so messed up that they keep replaying that scene in their life of what you used to be. And I'm like, I'm not that person no more. I'm legit. And now it's kind of like shows they'll try to make fun of you being legit, and that even made more no sense. Didn't make no sense at all. Like, how are you gonna try to clown that I'm legit? Which that's what we all supposed to do in life, anyways. But anyways, enough ranting about that. Let's get back to the story. So check this out. Point of that is sometimes you gotta let people go to keep moving forward because they're gonna be the ones that's holding you back, making you think you're that same person, which it might trigger you off to becoming that same person, which you're not. I'm always gonna be that person, that beast that was always willing to get shit done or down to do whatever it took. But at the same time, I contain that guy no more, and I'm just for the good, not the bad. So it's all good. Anyway, let's go back to the story. So look, that was 7 minutes into that bullshit. So, anyways, look, like I said, I walked into the academy. At Charles Gracie on Coffee Road. Whoop whoop. That's my jiu-jitsu family, major love. I know everybody thinks their jiu-jitsu family is the best, and I am biased, so I'm gonna say it. Mine is the best. That's a fact, because that's what I believe. Anyway, so look, so they give me an introductory class. Now, introductory class is gonna show how the curriculum goes, and then you know, to see if you want to sign up or whatnot. That was the first academy I went to, and that's the only academy I'm gonna stay at, man. That's just what I do. I'm loyal to the soil, I'm loyal to my people, to my group, my family. So yes sir. So they give me an introductory class, right? I walk in, man. I didn't know what I walked into. Now at this time I'm about 235, right? I walk in, the coach tells me sign this waiver. I go okay. He goes, you know, we're gonna do the class, just follow along. I go okay. First thing we did a little bit of calisthenics, followed along. The next thing you know, they showed us the move, right? Of the day, of that day or whatnot. But the coach put me aside and showed me a couple of nice little chokes right off the first bat, right? So after that, the class part of the session was over. Now they were gonna roll. I didn't know what rolling was, but anyways, he told me he's like, you can stand back and watch them. Oh, he told me he's like, you can stand back and watch them roll, and then after that, if you have any questions, we can talk about it. Talk about if you want to join the academy or not. All right, I looked at him and I was like, well, I don't know why I can't roll. And then he looked at me and I looked at him, and then there's another purple belt there guy, right? One of my teammates, right? This guy we all kind of looked at each other, and then he goes, well, if he wants to roll, and then I go, yeah, I told him, yeah, I want the full-fledged experience. What the full-fledged experience? Let me know what. Now I'm telling you, I was like a little kid in a candy store. I couldn't believe I was gonna try jiu-jitsu for my first like. I love jiu-jitsu. I've been watching the Gracies. I loved it for so long that even when we were in the hood, I would have my little squad crew. We'd be wrestling each other, and I even learned moves off just watching the UFC. So I'll be able to. I knew some stuff, but I didn't know how to make it happen. I knew what an armbar was, I think, at that moment, and then I knew what this other move that I knew, right? But I didn't know like how the body worked, the mechanics of it to get put stuff in. I just know if you catch him, you can catch him. So I would do that with my own little squad in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We're out in the neighborhood and whatnot. Um, So I always loved jiu-jitsu, but right now I'm thinking like, man, this is hecka cool, man. I'm over here trying something that I really, 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 really like, right? You know how there's some things that you might like? Well, this thing right here, I really like. I love this. I fell in love with this shit, though. But listen, though. So, so the coach looks at me and goes, "Well, you did sign." He's like, "You did sign the waiver." I'm like, "No." And then he was a purple about this time. He's like, "Well, you did sign the waiver." And then he goes, "Well, you want to roll him?" And then I looked at the dude, and I swear, man, I'm 235. This guy is, let's say, the highest is maybe 5'6", 5'7". I might be wrong. If he's watching this, I apologize, but I don't know your height. So, Spencer Garna. But and then he was like, let's say the most, let's say at this time, 155, the most I'm believing at this time, right? Mind you, this is about 5 years ago. So, so what was even more crazier is that he looked at me and I looked at him and then he goes, "You want to roll me?" And I go, "Yeah." I didn't know what rolling was, but I kind of I looked around, I was watching everybody else roll, so I kind of understood what they were going to do. I go, "Okay, cool, right?" I think they put 6 minutes on the time. Man, they put 6 minutes on the clock. Mind you, I'm 235. This dude's a small dude. In my mind, I'm thinking like, bro, I know some street shit. He's gonna be like, damn, right? But so I'm thinking all this, right? In my mind, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, oh man, this guy just don't know. I've been watching a lot of TV. I learned shit from the TV, right? I got choked out about like 6 times in like 5 minutes, quick. I couldn't believe it by this little ass dude. And in my mind, I was thinking like, man, what the fuck? The time ran out. I got choked out. I think this guy did a standing bow and arrow. That's not even. I don't think that's ever heard of, but I could have sworn I was standing up and I didn't want to drop it. I think he pulled off the bow and arrow while I was standing up. And I go, "What was that?" He's like, "Oh, that was bow and arrow." And I was like, "Wow, what is that?" And he's like, and I was so like happy though, right? I was hella happy because I couldn't believe it. It tripped me out. This little dude did that to me. I was like, wow, I want to know this. He started laughing. He's like, yeah. And the coach goes, all right, go with and he pointed to some dude. He's like, this guy's been here for about 2 to 3 weeks. I go, okay. So I went at him, right? Me and him went at it. He was about my tallness and everything, about probably my size and everything, right? And I talked to him. He's like, hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, bro. And then he's like, you done any sports or anything back there? I'm like, nah, I think I did like baseball for like a season when I was in like 6th grade or something like that, 5th grade or something. And then he goes, okay, but he told me I'm a wrestler. I'm all, you did? He's like, yeah. Well, I don't wrestle, but when I was high school I wrestled. I'm all, that's what's up. Anyways, you guys don't know, me and him went at it. This story is still told by legends. I pulled off the go-go plata. Now you might ask me, well, Hugo, what is a go-go plata? A lot of jiu-jitsu people are already gonna know. My jiu-jitsu family, whoop whoop, you guys already know. But this was my first introductory class, my first day. And I haven't even been signed up. It was just the day that I wanted to try it out. I pulled that off, right? The coach looked at me, and I looked at him, and he goes, "You've been watching the Diaz brothers, huh?" And then I told him, "That's right, baby, 209. You know we have, right?" He's like, okay. And then he's like, he couldn't believe it either, right? I mean, he was shocked. We talk about it to this day still. He was shocked. He's like, man, I was thinking in my mind, like I seen this on TV, so I just imitate what I seen on TV, right? But anyways, that class goes by. Go right to the office. I signed up for that day. From that day on forward, I go almost every day. Every day. That's home. That's home sweet home. When I'm going through anything in life, I go to jiu-jitsu. I don't care about anything else in the world except jiu-jitsu. My teammates learning the same thing that I'm learning. If I don't pay attention, it's going to choke me out. So why when I walk into my jiu-jitsu class, everything that's weighted heavy on my chest or on my shoulders is right off. Boom. I'm just caring about what we're learning that day. That's all I care about. Now, right when I walk out of class, out of the hour and a half class, right back on the chest and on the shoulders, all those problems, everything. You're like, damn, now life really kicks back in. But it is what it is. That's just the way life is anyway. So shit, we got to just take them on our chin and keep going forward. But anyway, so like I said, I signed up and then I remember, check this out. I signed up. I remember there was this guy there and he looked at me. And he was, before I walked out, he's like, how'd you like the class? I'm like, oh man, I love this stuff. And then he goes, okay. And he kind of smirked. And then I go, I go, why you say that? Then he goes, because we heard a lot of people come in like you, as in the sense of like, they love it, and then they just don't come. He's like, I don't know why that happens. I go, man, I'm gonna be here forever. I love this stuff. Heck yeah. And then he goes, okay. And he told me, we'll see. Okay. I go, okay. Now, mind you, I didn't know that he only came on certain days, right? So I was going every day that week, right? And then I seen him one day, and then he looked at me, and goes, "Oh, you been coming?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "When?" I go, "Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday." And he goes, "You did all them days?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, okay, I see you." And I was thinking, like, man, I told you I'm about this. I like this. I love this. He goes, "Okay." So, anyways, now mind you, man, jiu-jitsu saved my life. We all got different journeys in life. We all do. Some people find jiu-jitsu due to bullying. Some people been in bad relationships where they need to protect themselves. There's been in anything anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Some people just ain't got no family, nothing to do. They go to jiu-jitsu and find a family. I mean, it's a journey for everybody. You can never knock someone's journey, what they're going through, because they found something they love, and then they got a family that we are. Like our academy, we try to keep it family oriented, family based. So it's like you join a big family. You know what I mean? But so everyone's journey is different. So my journey was, I always loved the sport. I just couldn't do it because I was too involved into the street life to want to have time to make it, right? But now that I found this, I found like I found a lot of peace in my heart. I feel like, man, now mind you, let me tell you something. I think almost everybody, and I mean everybody, that I told I was doing jujitsu wrote me off. Thought it was like a little like, well, he'll probably do it for like a month or maybe 2 or 3 months, or they didn't think I was gonna stick to it like I stuck to it. But I'm mind strong. If I say I'm gonna do something and I really love what I'm doing, I'm sticking with that. There's nothing that's gonna stop me from changing. I don't care if I lost a million times. If I win that one, I won. So to me, I was like, this is my journey. This no one's gonna understand my journey. This is what I feel to me is gonna be successful. I feel like I'm being successful in this. This is what's helping me stay out of trouble. All jiu-jitsu did for me is make me a better person, a better human being. It makes me care about other people. It makes me not want to ever hurt anybody unless they put their hands on me and I need to protect myself. But other than that, that's what jiu-jitsu did for me. This is my outlet. Everyone's gonna find a different outlet, and it's okay. Me personally, I try to preach my jiu-jitsu to everybody I go with. All my friends, hey, get in jiu-jitsu. Some people don't believe in it at all. Some people be like, oh, that's pretty neat. But it doesn't discourage me from doing what I'm gonna do, because I feel like this is for me. This is what works for Hugo. This is what's helping me on everything in life. You know what I mean? So I use jiu-jitsu for everything in my life. I think about stuff. That my professor, great people, you know what I'm saying? So I got nothing but love and respect for them. They got nothing but love and respect for me. So it's just really like a big family, and I'm just appreciative of all of what they do for me, for just being there, because them being there for me makes me want to always stay on the right track. And that's what I'm saying. Jiu-jitsu really literally saved my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be telling some stories about a whole bunch of shootouts we get into, about a couple of people getting shot, a whole bunch of stuff, right? But jiu-jitsu stopped me from doing all that. Me getting in trouble for the last time. See, when you get in trouble, you always have the choice, and it's just crazy how we always go back to what we know, right? But when you're tired of something, whether even for all my people fighting addiction, it's hard, man. You're gonna have people that are like triggers and stuff that they don't see that you're gonna change. But you know what, man? If it's anything that's worth it in life, it takes time. Yeah, you're gonna fail sometimes, but that doesn't mean you stop and you just continue to fail. You keep going. You get back on that horse and you say, you know what? Yeah, I slipped, but I'm not doing that shit again. You know what I mean? And you really try though. You really try, and that's when you're ready. When you're ready, you can't force someone to do something. Let me tell you some other thing I was thinking about in life. Look, the only time anybody's ever mad, you got to think about it, is when you can't control that situation. Because that's the only time that your little feelings get hurt or upset, because you think about, like, that's why people will get mad. There's no other reason people get mad. Um, the reason why you got mad because of this reason is because you couldn't control that situation. You know what I'm saying? That and once you understand in life, like, we're not gonna be able to control majority of the things in our life that comes forward. So there's no reason to be mad. You gotta just be like, hey, that's the way it is. We can work over this. So, like I said, jujitsu helped me in this. Jujitsu even helped me stop drinking. I used to drink once in a while. I started slowing down, but jujitsu made me think. For me, it doesn't look. This works for me. It doesn't work for everybody. It works for me. It helped me do this. I got partners that drink and jujitsu. They're amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that's not even. I'm not even saying that's something that's going to hinder you jujitsu at all. I'm just saying it helped me take care of my body more because I just like, you know what? I don't even want to drink because I feel like my partner might have one up on me if I'm drinking, right? I smoke cigarettes sometimes. Well, I've been stressing a lot lately, so I've been smoking lately. But anyways, do you know what I mean? At the same time, what works for me might not work for everybody else. And that's why I'm telling my side, my story, my life, my truth, you know? So anyways, look, back to the story. I know we're 20 minutes in, but I got to let me give me another 10, 15 minutes of this. Now, look. So I'm going to jiu-jitsu every day for 4 months. Bah, 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 bah. I got some of my teammates, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning off them. I'm hella happy. I'm doing good. I'm getting my ass beat. But I'm always smiling. They're looking at me and tripping. They're thinking like, and mind you, at this time I couldn't smoke. So I'm just super happy though. Because you see, I understand grateful. Um, I understand that. What is that word called? Just being grateful, right? I understand it. You see, at that point in my life, no one in my academy knew that I just was fighting a Fed case. I've been blessed. This is my second chance. What am I going to do with it? I enrolled myself into the Jiu-Jitsu Academy. I'm going to go in 100% on it. So I'm really happy. When I'm getting choked out, I'm doing it with a smile. I'm just getting choked out with a smile. And they even noticed that, man, you know, they started calling me happy for a while because they said I was just happy, whether I'm trying to choke someone out or I'm getting choked out, that I'm just smiling. I'm like, man, at that time, I didn't want to tell them my dirty laundry type thing, and I didn't want them judging. We all judge. It's not good to judge, but in reality, we all judge. I mean, we all got to break that habit. I mean, I do it, but I try not to do it anymore at all. I try to do it less and less because I don't care. I'd rather be upping you and pumping you up than knocking you down. So, anyways, like I said, I didn't want them judging me. I wanted to see my whole character, what kind of person Hugo is, because I'm a good dude. I'm a loyal dude. So, so they didn't know what I was going through. They didn't know that this is my second chance, and I was gonna take it and go 100 and go running with it. You know what I mean? So I was happy, right? Going to jiu-jitsu every day. Bam, bam, bam. I never went to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Gym. I don't want to just look good and look buff for no reason. I wanted to be a martial artist, a silent assassin, right? So I'm going for like 4 months, bow, 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 every day. Some of my teammates started signing up for one of the tournaments. They said, Hugo, because I'm doing good now. Now I'm doing pretty good. For them little 4 months, I started knowing a little bit of moves, and I was doing pretty good. Like, I thought I was doing good. I might have not. They might have all been looking back, man, that nigga's garbage. That dude is garbage. But in my mind, I thought I was doing pretty good because I was tapping out some of my white belts. None of my colored belts, I was still getting demolished by them. But I was beating some of the white belts, so they're like, one of my teammates like, hey, man, you might as well do the tournament. And I was like, nah, I didn't sign up jiu-jitsu to do tournaments. Like, man, you're pretty good, dude. You should, man. I bet you anything you can do. No, I was like, nah, man. They're like, yeah, man, you might as well. And then I figured out like 5 or 6 of my teammates are doing it. And they're like, yeah, you might as well. And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, man, you know what? I started feeling like Hugo McGregor. Like I was just going to go in there and start whipping some butt, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sign up. I signed up. Now listen, when you sign up, what I didn't know, I didn't read the fine print. Kerplunk. I should have read the fine print. Anyways, so on the fine print, when I signed up for a certain weight, uh, my age, and what was I? And I signed up novice because I was on under 4 months. It's 6 months and down is when you're novice, I believe so. I'm don't quote me, but I believe so, right? So I was like, I signed up novice. Now, what I didn't read, what it said on there, it said, if there's no one that signs up for novice, do you want to go up or do you want to go up a weight or do you want to go up a belt color? And I said, I forgot what I said. I swear, I forgot what I had. My girl at that time. I had my girl. She's the one that filled out the thing. She read me the question, but I was like, I don't know. I forgot what me and her put, so we put some anyway. So listen. So now your boy signed up for the tournament. I'm already done 4.5 months of jiu-jitsu. I'm thinking like, man, I know at least I'm gonna be able to handle myself. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. I'm gonna be able to do this. It is what it is, right? I I I done a lot of shit in life, and I was able to overcome a lot of shit in life. But I was thinking like, let's get it, right? Come on, sign up. I'm ready for this tournament. I call everybody and their mamas and their daddies, everybody. I'm like a, like a, like when you get starstruck from seeing like I still get starstruck when I see little UFC fans. Little UFC fighters. I'm like, oh my god, I just got his autograph. Shut up, man. I do come here every day. Oh my bad. But anyways, I called everybody. My girl went. I think her sister came. I think she called her dad, his girlfriend. Um, I believe. No, I don't think. Anyways, I did call them, right? I called my brother. I called my best friend. I called part of the squad, right? Part of the other crew, right? Part of my graffiti crew. I called them, right? I called my brother. He came with his stepson with his girl. They brought out signs and stuff. Go Hugo #1, all that, right? And I was like, now, mind you, I've never done a tournament in my life. I've never been in a tournament aspect in my life. I've never been in none of that in my life. None of that in my life. I've been to some scary street shit, but when I walked into that, it was at I think Antigua High School, right? I walked in there. Oh my god! Anxiety, stress, every emotion in the world hit me like a ton of bricks. I could not believe I was in a room. There's about, let's say, 500 jiu-jitsu practitioners full of killers. I was like, oh my god. Now I'm thinking like, what in the fudge did I get myself into? I'm seriously thinking this in my girl at the time, she said she looked at my face and it looked like I was just seeing a ghost. And I was thinking like, dude, I couldn't believe it. I was thinking like, oh my god, right? Like, I was stressed out. My heart was just, and I was thinking like, man, remember how I told you I was feeling like Hugo McGregor? No. In my mind, I was trying to psych myself out, like going there with confidence. Going there with confidence is going there pumped up. Come on, you can do this, right? I walked in there scared as fudge. Scared as fuck. I couldn't believe it. And then I started thinking like, dude, who does this? I looked to my right and I got tons of fans and friends and supporting me, and they're over there cheering me on. And now I'm starting to start tripping, doubting myself and second guessing, why am I even in jiu-jitsu? Why am I here? Should I go to the bathroom? And then when I go to the bathroom, do like how you do a DoorDash? No, not DoorDash. What is that when you pay for something to leave? Dine and dash. I felt like doing a jiu-jitsu tournament and dash. I felt like telling them, man, I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right, just real quick. Go to the bathroom and then them calling me and then just be like, man, I'm at home under the covers, but I was scared, right? Anyways, but I had to man up. I asked my teammates some of the ones that do a lot of competition. I go, how do you guys get over the scaredness? Cause I get scared. I get like I want to start crying, right? And they're like, dude, they're just, I believe what they do. They've done it so much that it's just normal. See, this is my first time in my life, right? So I had to pump myself up. I had to psych myself up. I had to tell myself, Hugo, this might be hard and this might be scary and shit, but what was the scariest thing you've ever done in your life, Hugo? In your life, in your life you've lived, what's the scariest thing you ever did? And I told myself that. And then the scariest thing I ever did, which I'll tell a story about this, is the day I had to turn myself in to go do a year in jail. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. That right there itself, I took my own freedom away. But that is what I put in my head, like, bro, you want to turn yourself into to go do a whole year of jail by yourself. You did that. This right here, you're going to go at it with this dude for like 5 minutes. Come on now. You got this, Hugo. So then I started trying to pump myself up. Okay, right? I go at it with this dude. It goes the whole time, but he beat me by points. So I'm biased against points, F points. go for the kill or be killed, how they say it. But so I lost right through points. So now I was like, now my adrenaline dump went down, and I was kind of like, okay. I couldn't hear nobody, but I heard one of my teammates. It was a girl, and she was trying to give me advice, but I couldn't. First match, I didn't hear shit. I was just scared, right? So the second guy I was supposed to go against, he did a no show. So I won that match. Yeah, I won that one. I take that W. I take that W. Anyways, right. So that guy did a no show. So they made me have to fight against the same dude that I fought the first time, right? That beat me by points, right? And bruh, he whipped me. He whipped me. He whipped me. He whipped me. I was on my back the whole time. He had some good control, whatever. Then I started getting frustrated. I did some rookie shit and pushed, but I'm a rookie anyways. I pushed my arm, extend my arm like that. I extend the arm, pulls an arm bar on me at the last. But I was also thinking like, dude, it's kill or be killed. No one's here to see a boring thing. Now all my morale is low. All my morale is low. Everyone doesn't see me get whooped. It was a nightmare. So you know how every time when you listen to this, you know when you go like the worst thing that can happen at a tournament. If you ever think about like what's the worst thing that could ever happen at a tournament, me call all my people over here, didn't see me whooped. Yeah, that all happened. So the biggest fear of what could happen, happened that day, and I was like, I walked up. Everyone had the Eagles #1 signs and shit. And you know what? Fuck, you know what's messed up? There's no excuse. You can't say, oh, I could have done. Nah, man, you got beat. Everyone see you get beat. They're gonna just try to butter up your beat the way you got beat. Hey, you know what? You go, next time, man. Hey, I got whooped. I was embarrassed. I felt like I let my whole academy down. I felt like I let my coach down. I felt like I let my brother down. I felt like I let my best friend down, my girlfriend, her dad, um, everybody down. I felt like I let them all down. Like they all came on this Saturday to go watch me compete, and I didn't do nothing. That's another part of it. Oh, it was a good fight. No, it wasn't. I got mollywopped straight up. Like if I didn't know what I was, dude, like I didn't know what I was doing at all, type thing, right? So check this out. I went back to the little bullpen when we're all right there, and oh no, one of the dude that beat me, he came up to me and he goes, "Hey man," he's like, "Thanks for the match." I was like, "Oh, thank you." He goes, "Hey, how long you been doing this?" I go, "Oh, for like, I've been doing this for like 4.5 months." He's like, 4.5 months? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you already did a tournament? I go, yeah. He's like, man, you're crazy. And I go, what do you mean? I'm like, how long you been doing this? He's like, man, I've been doing this for 2 years. I go, what? Then he goes, I did about 4 or 5 competitions, and then I even did a double. What? For reals? He's like, yeah. Now listen to this. Now I felt played. Now I felt like, what the man, I knew I was better than I thought when I wasn't. Let me say that again. I thought that I wasn't. Thought I was better than what I thought what I wasn't. So I looked to a guy doing jiu-jitsu for 2 years. Yeah, I'm going to get mollywopped from doing it for 4.5 months. But if they would have put me with the guy from 6, novice like me, I believe I would have shined in front of my people. But it didn't happen that way. I got whooped. I got mollywopped, and that was it. Boom. That was the most embarrassing thing one of the most embarrassing things that happened to me as an adult. Now I got whooped, right? Everybody, I'm having that ride home, that slow ride. My girl's trying to cheer me up. You know what, baby? And I'm thinking, like, man, I'm a loser, man. I suck, man. Is this even for me? Like, why did I even do a competition? I never even signed up for competition to do jiu-jitsu. I just signed up because I liked the sport. Why did I get pumped up to go do a competition? Now I'm second guessing myself, doubting myself. So imagine I gotta go. I won bronze. That's it right there, though. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can't. That's it. That's my bronze medal. That was the first. Hey, bruh. I didn't want to go to the tournament. Oh, mind you, my teammate, the girl, she won gold for the women's division. Amazing jiu-jitsu practitioner artist. She's badass, dude. Straight up. She's badass, dude. I was so proud of her for real, man. You gotta understand where I'm coming from. Some bigger guy, like I told you, I was about. Well, at that time I did not lost weight, but imagine me coming in and seeing this girl that she's just immaculate. She puts it down, wins gold at a tournament that I got whooped at. It was tight. So, anyways, now on Monday we had class, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to show up to class, but then I thought to myself, like, man, I can't be showing my people that I'm a weenie like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do a Ronda Rousey where I just lost and didn't want to go back to it. So I pulled up. Oh no! But before that, after the match on the drive home, I just text my coach, man. I'm like, hey, man, I'm so sorry, dude. And, I apologize. I'm sorry, that I let you guys down. I thought I was better than that, Like I wrote him a nice little paragraph, apologetic about how my performance. You know what the response was to me? This is some real shit. This is I got nothing but love for my professor. He was like, "Hey, he gonna check this out. Don't ever apologize to me." He's you had more heart than half the people in our academy, and you've been there the least. He's for you to go out there and at least try. That says a lot about you. Don't ever apologize for anything you do. Some you're gonna win, some you're gonna lose. But you know what? Don't ever apologize. You just gotta get better. You're learning. You're not just you didn't lose. You're learning. You're gonna learn. Man, that was the coolest shit ever, dude. I went back to the academy. I felt like, you know what? Time to put in some work. So I started going every day, still every day. Now let me tell you something. When that happened to me, it it made me in my heart, no lie, no bullshit. In my heart, it made me say, Hugo, I'll never do a competition again because I felt played. I felt like if they would have put me with someone that did the novice like me, I would have at least showed that I could be an up and comer, right? So in my mind, I put I'll never do competitions again. That's not for me. I like the art. I like training with my partners. I don't need to go out there and try to prove to people or anything. None of that. I swear that's what I thought in my mind. Um, so that's the end of the story. Like I said, we all had to face our fears right here. And if you ever had the biggest fear of what would happen and go wrong in a jiu-jitsu match, that is what happened to me. But the cool story about that is it didn't stop there. Because hunger sets in. You put in so much work, now you want to test yourself. And that's why I did more matches after that. But anyways, I just want to tell you guys this, man. You guys keep your head up, stay up, love each other. Here's another thing I was thinking about the other day, real quick, before I let you guys go. Now, look, if you're genuinely good to people and you mean it out of your heart just to be a good individual in general, how can you ever be mad? If you're giving out love only, how can you ever be mad, dude? Like you saying just you don't know what no one's going through, right? So you just saying the way you carry yourself, your demeanor, and how you approach people. Just you, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Hope you have a good day. That alone, what do you know if something they're going through something at home or some they feel like shit, and then that alone just sparked them up to be like, you know what, man, you know. So just be kind to each other, man. The world's already a messed up place. We already got a whole bunch of hate and a whole bunch of everyone doubting us, not believing that we're gonna change or thinking that we're the same old people. Nah, man. Stick to what you know. Keep pushing forward. Don't ever let no one else tell you how to live your life. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I'll tell another story next time. Sorry this one was late, man. But you guys keep your head up, and I'm hit you guys back again. Stay up. Salute.